it's almost as if he can't understand why everyone else can't do it. It's a bit like Jim Clark, who apparently couldn't understand why no one else could go as quickly. But you know, he is very good.
I've watched him testing at Silverstone, and particularly going through Beckett's, a very fast right, left, right sequence of corners. And the speed that he carries into the corner, I mean, I stood there thinking, I don't believe what I've seen. He is so fast into the corner.
The car is very much on the limit when he's driving it, and it's quite apparent. I think one of the things that stuck in my mind more than anything was in Suzuka when I was following him the end of last year, and I could have sworn he was off 3 or 4 times, and I just said to myself, that's it, he's gone, he's off. And he didn't go off, he stayed on. And that's the thing that sticks in my mind. He has got a tremendous amount of ability, obviously, but it's this ability also to drive right at the limit for the entire length of the race, which I think makes him, well, has resulted in him winning 2 world championships the way he has.
I would say in all honesty that I have never been able to talk to a Formula One driver who is easier to get on with than Schumacher is. Yes, some have been as easy, but not many.
This is the best battle of any Grand Prix this year. To have at 2/3 distance the 2 arch rivals separated by 1 to 2 seconds is absolutely fantastic. And Damon is pushing, pushing, pushing. Off! They're both off!
It doesn't matter what paperwork says. The fact is that certain people in life will dominate. Certain people in life will come into a team or will have a teammate join them. And all will happen is that the teammate that comes in thinking, I'm going to beat Michael Schumacher because I think I'm as good as him, will soon find out that that isn't the case. It's about personality and character, and that's something that Schumacher has and other drivers of that quality have had. And that is why they are the world champions, and that's why Schumacher will continue and be a world champion in the future.
He can be fun. He has sometimes a slightly immature sense of humour, as I found out in Australia with beers down my back and somebody was throwing strawberries at me or something. I think it was him. I mean, he can have fun. We all have to let off steam, the pressure that we're under in the job that we do. I think he's more of he's a family type of guy. He's very close to his family, they're very important to him. And he likes, surprisingly, some of the simpler things in life.
For an example, when I take my boys sometimes when we go go-karting, you know, he loves to look after other people's kids and whatever, and he loves to play mechanic, you know, and he takes engines apart and together, and he really enjoys that. So he loves very much the mechanical aspect of it.
Damon came round the corner. He hadn't seen what had happened to Michael Schumacher. He suddenly saw himself much closer, and he thought, I've got to take the opportunity now. I've got to take the chance as I see it.
The indications to me were that he was in trouble. His car was damaged, and he must have known that, and that he looked to me like he was moving across to the left and pulling off the track. And I thought, well, he's going to the left. He's going to bark it up. I'm coming through.
Yes.
That's a judgment a racing driver has to make in fractions of seconds, and I can't blame Damon for making the move he made.
All the experienced race drivers, they will say, I wouldn't have done anything different. That's what it's racing about. It was my line, I was in front, Damon saw a chance to overtake, which I would have seen as well. He dived in, but I didn't see a reason to go away, especially as I didn't really notice him over there until he was already very close to, or we hit each other. But if somebody is not clearly in front of you, there's no reason to open up and go by side. Otherwise, you will call the sport maybe ping pong, which you just have a little bit of fun. But that's in this circumstance when you fight so tight, and if you look at it, I have to say you can have two opinions about it, which I have some understanding that the English will have a different opinion than the Germans, but that's the way it is. In the end of the day, if you ask Damon, he will say, I probably would have done the same.
It's too easy to get blinded by everything he's done that is right. I mean, again, I have to say, he's good, and he's probably the best driver for the last 2 seasons, definitely, to have been on the track.
And this year he has just blown everybody away. He is the complete man.
Certainly the best driver in the world of this generation.
Michael Schumacher is first, 6th, and then there's the rest.
And then when you are in the podium and you win in the race, I mean you are the best in the world in this moment.
Well, there's a rumour that he's a human being, and if that's true, then he has weaknesses.